I think for me, the decision to do a PhD was something that I'd thought about for a long time. So when I was doing my honours back, quite a while ago, it was always in the back of my mind that one day I might actually do the PhD. And so it wasn't just a spur of the moment decision, I'll do a PhD, it was always there. And I'd worked in a variety of different areas, so in consulting, in trade, so export marketing, in sort of government and big organisations, in smaller organisations. So it had a wide sort of experience, I guess, across a diverse sort of area. And for me, the PhD and wanting to do the PhD was about, I guess, to some extent, creating a new identity and re-establishing myself after having children. So I'd had a break out of the workforce. So it was a really good opportunity to basically, create a new identity and re-establish myself and my career. And being an academic and being a lecturer had always been a goal. And so it just seemed to be a natural fit. So that's where I guess my decision to actually do the PhD came from. I had actually done my undergrad at Griffith, so for me it's felt like a natural home to actually come back to Griffith and to do my PhD here. And I did it in a completely different area. So I had originally done an international business degree and had a little bit of exposure then to international human resource management. But when I came to do my PhD, I really wanted to do something that was more of a general management leadership type focus. And so it was an opportunity to actually do something new, create something new, and to create that sort of new career path for me. So the postdoc enables you to do a number of things. So it enables you to write papers, and book chapters and what have you, so to publish, which is obviously necessary. So it's really, as an early career researcher, important to be able to publish as much as you can. And so the postdoc enables you to have that time that you don't necessarily get if you're in a teaching position in order to do that. And you certainly have a lot of material because you're coming out of your PhD, so you have a lot of material that you can actually use and start to write. It also gives you other opportunities, to do the research, so to, conduct new studies and to take your research further and to develop that. And so I'll be developing new studies, that will take place over the next year or so. That, in some respects are a continuation of my PhD, but it's also taking it, along a slightly different path. And I've also had the opportunity to be involved in a consulting project. So I sort of went offline for a couple of months and was able to work with industry, which has given me the ability to, develop those consulting skills and to get a better understanding of what industry wants and to create those industry partnerships, which are also really important going forward as a career, as an academic. So I think that's the whole thing about academic careers these days, because of that precarious nature of all work, probably. I don't think that notion of staying with one organisation or staying within one career is necessarily an accurate portrayal of life in the times we're living. And so it enables you to develop those skills that you can actually apply in other scenarios. So it doesn't just apply to an academic career. There's certainly the opportunity to perhaps go out and work for research companies, big consulting companies, or within, the private or public sector. I come from the area of sort of human resource management, so I guess there's that potential to move into those sorts of departments as well. For me, it certainly would be an easy pathway to go into consulting. And I've certainly been able to develop those skills throughout my PhD and postdoc as well that are easily transferable to that sort of environment.